what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. I'm Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education Etal, and it is a pleasure for me to be here with you today and of course on most, if not every Saturday, to share information, updates, opportunities for our students, for our young people here on Nevis. We like to start off by sharing academic opportunities in the area of scholarships where they are possible. However, before I go any further into the show, I want to just take a moment to extend condolences to the family of the late Joseph Liebert. We know that Mr. Liebert has contributed significantly to the development of our island, our federation, and within education, within sports, there are footprints. His legacy, of course, will live on in all of these areas. And so I want to extend profound condolences to our colleagues who work with us here within the Ministry of Education at TAL. His son, Utroy Liebert, who is our coach, one of our coaches at the Joyce and Liebert Primary School. His sister-in-law, Mrs. Jennifer Liebert, who is the head teacher at the Cecily Brown Integrated School, and of course to all of the other members of the family, his other son Evra, his daughter Zahnela. Of course, they do not work directly with the ministry, but we all know that we're one family here on Nevis, and so I wanted to take the time out to extend our condolences and of course to register that we are praying for all of you and that we pray that God will strengthen and keep you during this very, very difficult time. We'll recognize a moment of silence on behalf of in honor of Mr. Liebert and his contribution to us here in Education Etal. And for those of you who just tuned in and you recognize that we had a period of silence. That period of silence was in honor of the late Joseph Liebert, who passed away on Thursday. And as I said at the beginning, he has made an indelible mark on the island of Nevis, the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, and of course within our ministry, by extension through all of the volunteer work that he has done to support our ministry and our schools and sports development on the island. Okay, so following that, I will continue with our usual activities and sharing our opportunities for our young people. We have quite a few scholarship opportunities available, and I'll share some new ones in addition to the opportunities shared last week. Please note, and I want to register once again, that the information shared with you is based on information circulated by the Ministry of Human Resources there at Penny's Estate. And for any information related to scholarships, scholarship opportunities and availability, you can reach out to the persons at the Ministry of Human Resources. However, we use this platform to share with you so that you have some insights as to what is available. So the One of the new scholarships for this week, I will spend some time on it, is the University of the Virgin Islands UVI Scholarship 2024. And we are aware that UVI has offered scholarships over the years. And so the government of St. Kitts and Nevis invites graduates of CFPC and the Nevis Sixth Form College to apply for the UVI scholarships. Persons who may have graduated years ago are certainly welcomed to apply. Scholarships are only available to graduates who are interested in undertaking studies at UVI for a maximum of 4 years. The following documents are required to be delivered to the Ministry of Human Resources by Thursday, March 28th, 2024. One original and one copy of your completed application form. So that would mean that you have to apply now if you're interested in pursuing the degree there. One original and one certified copy of your birth certificate. Originals and certified copies of the your high school and college certificates of qualification, and one original and one certified copy of the university acceptance letter. Application forms are available at the Ministry of Human Resources, and you can always reach out to them. They will probably be able to send you an electronic copy if needed. For contacts here on Nevis, you have Miss Carissa Griffin, Mrs. Shelley Liebert, Mrs. Shanola Murray-Gill, and on St. Kitts, Miss Jamila Adams. And of course, Dr. Eustace Esdale is the point of contact in the Federation for the University of the Virgin Islands. He's a professor of accounting at the School of Business, UVI. You can email him at sknrecruits@uvi.edu. That's sknrecruits@uvi.edu. You can reach him via a local number, 664-7166, 664-7166, and you can send a WhatsApp message there as well, and you will be able to interact with Dr. Esdale and to get any of your questions related to UVI specifically answered. We also have the OAS scholarship process open currently, and so the NIA, Ministry of Human Resources, has received the call for the Organization of American States Scholarship 2024. Interested persons are encouraged to exploit the opportunities made available by the OAS to pursue undergraduate and graduate studies. The eligibility requirements: undergraduate applicants should be already enrolled in an OAS approved program and be eligible to graduate within 2 academic years. Graduate applicants should already complete 1 year or have an acceptance letter for the university where he or she plans to study. Further eligibility requirements and additional information regarding the application process can be accessed through 2 portals there. As I said, you'll have to reach out to the Ministry of Human Resources to get the links for those portals. The application procedure: all applicants are to be made online via the available link, and then printed and forwarded to the Ministry of Human Resources for further processing on or before Wednesday, 6th March 2024. There's also the Edinburgh Napier University Bursary 2024, and so the Ministry of Human Resources wishes to inform all of you that the Edinburgh Napier University's bursary scheme for the postgraduate 100% online programs. The bursary provides individuals in St. Kitts and Nevis with a $200 bursary on the first module and postgraduate of any postgraduate program for the May and September intakes in 2024. Programs include the MBA 12 specializations in MS, Master of Science in Business Management, the Master of Science in HR, Master of Science in Data Science, and more. The university offers a range of online undergraduate top-up programs for holders of associate's degrees, and these are in business, the Bachelor of Arts in Business Management with various specializations, the Bachelor of Arts of Business Enterprise, Bachelor of Science in computing and the Bachelor of Science in Nursing Studies, and they also have some additional courses available. Edinburgh Napier University's Business School is AACSB accredited, which places it at the top of 5% of business schools worldwide. The SKNAB recognizes the degrees awarded by Edinburgh Napier Universities. Applicants are now open for the May 2024 intake, and information session will be held as well on February 7th at the CUNA Conference Room, and that's on St. Kitts from 7 to 8:30 p.m. And for all of this information, as I said, and to access information about the degrees, you can go to www.seidegrees.com or contact the ladies there at the Ministry of Human Resources. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
From Queen City, Nevis, this is the powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, Vaughan Radio.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. An hour passes quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's you on the go. You on the go, whoa. Let's start the show, oh. You on the go, whoa. Let's start the show. Let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab the gators, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. With storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Oh. Youth on the go. Let's start the show. Let's go.
Good morning to all of our radio listeners or viewers via Vaughan Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Vaughan Radio. I'm Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education in Ireland, and of course I take this opportunity to extend best wishes for a new week, for the upcoming week to all of you, and of course I hope that you all had a pleasant and successful and productive week last week. We are in the process of sharing some opportunities which are available for tertiary education, and we hope that our young people are interested, open, and of course would access these opportunities as quickly as possible. And so as we continue, I will not share all of the others in their entirety, because I think I've shared them prior to today. And so just reminders that the Russian Federation scholarship offer is also currently open. That was extended. The initial deadline was in November, and it has been extended. And then the Taiwan ICDF Scholarship 2024 is also open, and it remains open until February 8th, 2024. And finally, the NIA Financial Assistance 2024 is currently open, and that one I'll share what you need to have for it. Once again, the Ministry of Human Resources there at Prince Estate is responsible for, and these the processes as it relates to this scholarship. And so the NIA Ministry of Human Resources is pleased to inform that they're accepting applications from the persons wishing to pursue higher education and are interested in receiving financial assistance from the NIA. An individual may apply for financial assistance whether or not the individual is employed by the NIA. The significance of financial assistance is measured by the government's priority areas, the individual's professional development, the strategic objectives of the country, and the contribution of their education, or that their education would make to the wider community. For persons who are interested, you must adhere to the following guidelines for your application to be considered. 1, a cover letter addressed to the permanent secretary Ministry of Human Resources requesting the financial assistance. The letter must include the course of study, why you wish to undergo the specified field of education, and how you will use the training to influence your career development. How will your professional development contribute to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, and the commencement date and expected duration of studies. You also should include an original university acceptance letter. University applicants who have not yet received acceptance letters are encouraged to still apply by providing your evidence of that the university has received your application. You also are expected to give a breakdown of the course fees, a completed financial assistance application form, your birth certificate or certificate of citizenship, and you must indicate that you are a citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis. And kindly note that financial assistance awardees will be required to fulfill bonding obligations with the NIA. The applications must be delivered to the Ministry of Human Resources by Thursday, March 28th, 2024. So those are the open scholarships, and we hope that you're able to access at least one of them. I know that there may be a few coming out before the end of the application period, university application period, and so we encourage you to listen out and see how much of an effort you would need to expected to put great effort into following this process and applying and taking your time and meticulously completing the forms to ensure that you increase and improve your chances of getting these scholarships. In addition to the scholarship opportunities, we know that we have, as per usual, a very engaged and active track and field season coming up. We have an engaged season with opportunities and activities as well. And so just a reminder that before I go into the track and field season, that there are some other opportunities available for our athletes. And so footballers, reminder that there would be professional scouting opportunities for you coming up on the 29th to 31st of January, and you have the option of accessing the college track or the professional football track. The SKNFA is also advertising their technical development scheme, TDS. There's a schedule where females, this one is for females, will be able to access that opportunity and try out to be part of the technical development scheme. And the dates for Nevis, the date for Nevis is Saturday 27th January 2024 from 9 a.m. And so if you are a female footballer, the technical development scheme is geared towards our older footballers, teens who may have a skill and may want to give themselves the opportunity to later access the various competitive levels of football and represent our national team. So it will focus on training, development, growth, building on the skill sets that you already have. And so we want to encourage you all to be part of that, to look out for those dates. I've given you the dates for the TDS, and I've given you the dates for the tryouts for college and professional football as well. We also have a very active track and field season coming up shortly. I think it started already, but it's going to get even more active. The next meet is tomorrow, the 21st of January. The Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School will have their relay festival. Yes, their relay festival will take place tomorrow at the Nevis Athletic Stadium, and this is an annual event. And so we are encouraging you to go on out and support. We'll have primary school athletes, we'll have secondary school athletes from Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, Charlestown Primary, Joycelyn Library Primary, Ivor Walters Primary, Violet O. Jeffers Nichols Primary, St. James Primary, St. Thomas's Primary, and guest appearances from primary schools in St. Kitts, the Dr. William Connor Primary School and the St. Paul's Primary School. I think I saw Dr. William Connor. I think they placed first in their zone, the Bastia zone track and field event yesterday, the zonal meet. Then we'll see from Nevis secondary schools, we'll have just the Gingerland Secondary School, and then we'll also have the Bastia High School. We'll have appearances by clubs in those same races. We'll have the Over the Top Track Club, and we'll have the Etonics Track and Field Club. So those would make up the senior relay races, and once again it's a festival, and we will see high competition, high energy, low stakes. But it does give us an idea of what is to come for the rest of the season. It starts at 1:30 p.m. tomorrow, and the adults, your entry fee is $10, and children $5, vehicle pass $15. All right, so with that said, the next meet, the upcoming meet, we will have another Carifta qualifier on February 5th, and that will be the final classics event, I think, for the season. All other qualifiers will take place at the various sporting school sports level events, as well as the interscholastic level events, up until the first weekend in March. We also have a very active track and field season afoot, and I want to share with you the dates. Last week I shared the secondary school dates for you. I'm going to share the primary dates as well for you today, so that for those persons, and there are persons who use this calendar to help them to determine which days they would have to be available, which days they will take their vacation days, on which days they'll take their vacation days, and on which days they'll come in right after work. We have Charlestown Secondary on February 9th at the Nevis Athletic Stadium, starting at 2 p.m. We have on February 15th Gingerland Secondary, starting at 2:30 p.m. at Nevis Athletic Stadium. We have Charlestown Primary on February 20th at 12:30 p.m. Nevis Athletic Stadium. We have Ivor Walters Primary on the 21st of February, Nevis Athletic Stadium at 1:30 p.m. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, Nevis Athletic Stadium, 1 p.m. on February 22nd. Nevis Academy on February 27th from 12 noon. We have Joycelyn Library Primary on February 29th at 12:45 p.m. Nevis Athletic Stadium. St. James Primary at the St. James Playing Field at 12:30 p.m. on February 5th. Also on February 5th, Maud Cross Preschool at the ETW Park. St. Thomas's Primary on March 6th. March 6th. St. James is March 6th, as well as Maud Cross Pre. St. Thomas's Primary, March 6th at the Nevis Athletic Stadium, 1 p.m. Cicely Brown Integrated School, March 7th at the Nevis Athletic Stadium at 1 p.m. VOJN Primary, VOJN Playfield, 12 noon on the 8th of March. Gingerland Pre, 8th March, Hard Times Playing Field. VNJ's Preschool, March 12th at the ETW Park. Maud Cross Prep, March 13th at the Nevis Athletic Stadium. Naomi's Preschool, St. Thomas's Primary School Field at 1 p.m. on March 14th. Montessori Academy, Bath Playfield at 10 a.m. on March 15th. Inez France Preschool, St. Thomas's Primary School's Playing Field, 12:30 p.m. on March 15th. Combermere Preschool, VOJN Playing Field, 1 p.m. March 20th. Charlestown Preschool, ETW Park, 1:30 p.m. March 26th. March 27th, St. John's Preschool, Bath Playfield, 1 p.m. For the Nevis-led inter-school meets, we'll have the Nevis High School Championship from the 9th to 10th March 2024, and the Nevis Inter-Primary Schools Championship on April 3rd, 2024. All right, so those are our dates, and we are just about at the bottom of the hour. When we return, it's the third Saturday of the month. We will transition to the ECCB Children's Connection program.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. An hour passes quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's you on the go. Youth on the go, whoa. Let's start the show, oh. Youth on the go, whoa. Let's start the show, whoa. Let's go. I will learn new things, I will be creative. Grab the gators, let's gather around, and adventure is always waiting. The storytelling means for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go, whoa. Let's start the show, oh. Youth on the go, whoa. Let's start the show, whoa. Let's go.
When VON vibrates, the whole Caribbean must shake.
8:60 a.m. The Powerhouse.
Connecting the children of our easy region with good information and excellent mentoring. They started us early and making it easy to manage our money and make a real living. They're linking the children with excellent mentoring.
Hi there, everyone, and welcome to the ECCB's Children's Connection Program. I am your host, Zahnela Claxton, and with me is our co-host,
Hi, good morning, everyone.
All right, and Happy New Year, everyone, from the ECCB Children's Connection Program. We are happy to have you back here with us today for another edition of the ECCB Children's Connection Program, the first one for 2024. So, Ajane, Happy New Year on behalf of the ECCB Children's Connection Program.
Thank you. Happy
and
New Year
it's
to
your
you
first
as
time
well.
for 2024. Yes, thank you. You probably received money as gifts from your family for Christmas. How did you spend it?
Yes, I did. I spent it by buying a few stuff that would help me, like necessities, such as school stuff, or different things I would need to live in my life. So I used that money to buy them things that I wanted, things that I needed, and that's how I spent it.
Okay, so on the last program we discussed earning money, and today we are going to talk a bit about spending it wisely. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Connecting the children of our easy region with good information and excellent mentoring. They started us early and making it easy to manage our money and make a real living. They're linking the children with excellent mentoring.
Hi there, boys and girls, and welcome back to the ECCB Children's Connection Program, a program produced and delivered by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Ajane, have you ever used the money you had for something and then wanted to get something different after?
Yes, very often.
Oh my. Okay, and so spending is when we use money to pay for goods and services. Spending money is very easy and it can happen so quickly. Yes, it surely can. You may hear adults say that as soon as they get paid, the money is already finished. That is why it is very important to be mindful and responsible when it comes to spending money. Ajane, how would you feel if you had so much money that you didn't know what to do with it all?
I'd be confused.
Exactly, because you wouldn't know what to do with it all, right? All right. And there are extremely rich people out there in the world who do not have to worry about money. They have so much money, they don't know if they will ever be able to spend all of it in one lifetime. However, for many of us, money is a limited resource. This means that we only have a certain amount for our use. That is why it is important to learn how to spend money responsibly to avoid regrets in the future. And so, Journey, what do you think it means to spend money responsibly?
Don't waste it on what you don't need. Spend it on what you need. Don't waste it and then you don't get the important things. And do not spend it all on the sunny days, because sometimes you'll be under the weather and you'll need money for if you're sick last minute. You need the money to grab, and you ended up spending it on all your to buy clothes and all kind of things.
Yes, okay. And so we will now share a very funny story, Journey, about in the form of a poem. So, the hen who wanted to be pink, and it's taken from the CNA channel on YouTube. The hen that wanted to be pink. There was once a hen named Melissa Brown. She wanted to be the prettiest chicken in town. She had no money, just 2 legs, and a body that could daily lay some eggs. One day she met Rosie, who had pink feathers, and realized her own brown feathers were in tatters. She decided to look like Rosie, whose pink feathers looked so new and snazzy. "Where did you get your feathers painted?" she asked Rosie. "Over there, where 3 boys waited," replied Rosie. The first boy had a cup of pink ink. "Give me an egg," he said. "I'll paint one for the pink." The second boy had nothing in hand. "Give me an egg," he said, "and I'll tell you my plan." The third boy had a bucket of pink ink. "Give me an egg," he said, "and I'll paint 10 for the pink." Melissa stared at her 3 choices, and in her head she heard these voices. "The first one is too expensive. You can't afford it. The second one is too cheap. Something's fishy about it. The third one seems to be the best of the lot. That's what you should get. Give it all you've got."
Oh boy, Melissa told the third boy. "I want to be pink. Give me your ink. You seem to have 1,000 feathers, so that's 100 eggs to paint your feathers. On top of that, there's a service fee of 100 more eggs for service from me." "What?" said Melissa, horrified. "You didn't say that. You mean you lied?" "It's not a lie. It's service a charge. Ask them too. They'll all charge you. I don't have 200 now, but I want pink feathers. So tell me how." "You can get a credit line and pay slowly over time." Melissa agreed and signed in ink, and instantly got her feathers pink. But now in debt, she laid eggs for the boy. For 200 days she had no joy. After all this, Melissa learned how money should be spent wisely and not burned.
All right. All 200, she had to go for a long time. Yes. What is the main lesson you learned from the story today, Ajurne?
The main lesson that I learned from this story is you're not supposed to spend money wisely, as the topic says. And if you don't spend it wisely, you'll always be in debt and you'll be miserable.
Because she wasn't happy, even though she got her chance to be pink.
Yep.
There are two very important questions you should ask yourself when you're thinking about spending money. So just don't say, oh, I want that, and start spending, right? The first question is what I'm going to buy a need or a want? And a long time ago, or maybe not so long ago, sometime last year, we talked about needs versus wants.
Yeah.
Do you know the difference, Ajerne, between a need and a want?
Yes. A need is something that you must have in order to survive. A want is something that you want in short term, but it's not a must. It's not something you have to get.
All right. So, good. Just a reminder for our listeners, our boys and girls, a need is something that we must have to survive, as Ajerne said, and examples are food, shelter, clothing, water. Whereas a want is something that you can live without. It might look nice, so you might need to have clothes to cover your body or to keep you warm, but you don't necessarily need clothes that cost $500, right? That becomes a want. Can you give our listening friends some examples other than the one I shared, a journey of wants?
Well, for me, I'm going to use myself. A want is every Saturday I want to spend like $1 on chewing gum.
I knew
just
you
love
wanted chewing gum.
gum.
Yes.
Yes.
I was waiting for you to say chewing gum.
And then ice cream is a want. You don't need it. You don't need candy or sweets, but you want them.
All right. Some people think they need it though. It's all up here, right? It's all in their head. It's not a real need. It's a want. You need food.
Yes. But healthy food.
But healthy food.
Yes.
All right. And so, do you think that the pink feathers were a need or a want for Melissa?
For Melissa, it was totally a want. I would think she would have looked beautiful with her brown feathers.
Yes, I agree. And Melissa already had beautiful brown feathers and didn't necessarily need pink ones. Pink feathers were a want, not a need. We should always determine whether there are needs to be met before spending money on wants. The second question you should ask yourself when spending money is, can I get the good or service at a better price, at the same or better quality? It is always wise to shop around. To shop around means to compare prices before you decide to purchase. This will help you to save money for something else. But you must bear in mind that buying the cheapest item is not always wise because it may be of poor quality, causing you to spend money in the long run, or more money in the long run. Do you usually shop? Did Melissa shop around in your mind, Ajerne?
A bit, but not good enough, not well enough,
Okay.
because she thought about each boy's offer, but in the end, when she chose the third one, she noticed that, well, there's a scam, because she didn't ask questions. She just thought. She was like, okay, the third boy would give me more feathers for one egg, but she didn't know she would have to pay for her whole body to get painted.
Yes, and that's true, because she thought it was just probably covering her body with the amount that was being charged. And so yes, she did shop around, like you said. She got prices from actually 3 boys, but she didn't ask enough questions to make sure that the final price of the pink feathers, or to make sure of the final price of the pink feathers. And so, Ajerne, what happened to Melissa? Tell us a bit about what happened to Melissa because she did not get enough information about her purchase.
She ended up having to pay a debt because she said the boy offered her 10 feathers for 1 egg. And she wanted her whole body done, and he made the comment and said, well, you got about 1,000 feathers on your body, and I'll need like 100 eggs. And Melissa knows she could only lay maybe 2 eggs a day, or 1 egg a day. So it wasn't fair for her. So she ended up having to serve and work for the boys, and she wasn't able to live her life happily as she would have if she just stuck with her brown feathers.
Okay. She had to make some sacrifices. So Melissa had to pay an extra 100 eggs for her pink feathers because she didn't gather enough information. This is very important, especially when a price seems too good to be true. His was kind of too good to be true. This is don't be afraid to ask the seller about any hidden charges. So boys and girls, even at your age, you need to ask, so what else? What does that mean? Are there any extra fees you haven't told me about? And we often hear about the fine print as you get older, because there's often fine print, almost always a fine print, especially when something seems too good to be true. In the end it could save you a lot of trouble and money. Another way to manage your money wisely is to make sure that you save some for a rainy day, as Jenny talked about that. While we all need to spend money to provide our needs and to live as comfortably as possible, we should not forget to save and to make saving a habit. This will help us meet our future needs and wants. And Ajani, when you receive money as a gift, we talked a bit about that at the beginning of the show in terms of Christmas, but generally, when you receive money as a gift, how do you spend it?
Well, sorry. When I get money, I might get it monthly as my allowance. I spend it on my lunches because I buy lunch on Fridays. So I would save up and spend it on lunches. If I get change from the lunch the Friday, I usually do, I might walk with the change to the shop on Saturday.
To buy gum.
Yeah. To buy what I want, especially chewing gum.
Right. And by way of information, next Saturday is Ajani's birthday, so we might have to give her a whole lot of gum. Melissa, we might have to give her a whole cartload of gum. Her birthday, so she doesn't have to spend it every week. All right. And so, yes, that is something that you have to think about as you're going forward. You may also have to think about whether or not your purchase on a Saturday of the gum is a want or need. If your purchase on a Friday for your lunch is a want or need. I think food is a need, but are you buying more than you need? And so those are some of the things you have to think about. And on days when they have specials, you may have to look for the hidden agenda or the hidden charges. So, but I think that for most part, it seems as though you're spending wisely. I mean,
Yes.
$1 for you to enjoy. Maybe by now that gum might be a need for you because it's escalated somehow. All right. Okay, but today we learned about spending money wisely. We learned that it is important to take care of our needs before we spend money on our wants. Needs are things we need to survive, while we can't do without, a bit more or less, while wants are things that are not necessary for our survival. We also learned that it is important to shop around, to compare prices and the quality of the things we purchase to avoid making poor spending decisions. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with the call-in segment. Hope you are taking your notes, boys and girls, and we look forward to connecting with you after the break.
Sugar City St. Kitts, keep it sweet. Keep listening to Vaughn.
Connecting the children of our easy region with good information and excellent mentoring. They started us early and making it easy to manage our money and make a real living. They're linking the children with excellent mentoring.
Well, Ajane, we want to welcome back our boys and girls who are listening, and we want to find out if they were really listening, or if they were half listening, or if they were not listening at all. We're hoping that they're listening, and we're hoping that we engage them as we talked about spending and spending wisely today. So let's see what we learned today about spending money wisely. Boys and girls, please call us at 469-1616. That's 469-1616, 469-1700 for a chance to win fun prizes. And all you have to do is to be the first to answer the questions correctly. What we'll do is Ajane will read all of the questions, and then when you call and you tell us which question you're going to answer. Please remember to collect your prizes. We have some children who have not collected their prizes. Please remember to collect your prizes at the Department of Education. Parents, remember to collect those prizes. So Ajane will read each question carefully. We'll read each question 2 times, and when the children call in 469-1616, 469-1700, they will tell us which question 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 that they're responding to.
Okay, Question 1. What did Melissa want very much? Question 1. What did Melissa Brown want very much? Question 2. Dash is when we use money to pay for goods and services. Question 2. Dash is when we use money to pay for goods and services. Number 3. True or false? Money is a limited resource. True or false? Money is a limited resource. Question 4. Multiple choice. When you dash, you compare prices of the items you wish to purchase. A. Shop around. B. Ask too many questions. C. Buy expensive things. When you dash, you compare prices of the item. When you dash, you compare prices of the items you wish to purchase. A. Shop around. B. Ask too many questions. Or C. Buy expensive things. And 5. True or false? A want is something you cannot live without, and a need is something you do not need to survive. A want is something you cannot live without, and a need is something you do not need to survive.
All right, Ajane, over to you. We have a caller.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Which question are you answering?
I am answering question 1.
Okay. What did Melissa Brown want very much? Would you like me to repeat?
Question 2.
Question 2.
Okay. Dash is when we use money to pay for goods and services.
That is true.
Oh, you want the true or false?
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you question number 3. Money is a limited resource.
True or false?
True.
Okay, that's correct. What is your name?
Malaika Dawson.
Okay. Thank you, Malaika. Have a good day.
Make
Bye-bye.
sure you collect your prize at the Department of Education, okay?
Okay.
All
thank
right.
you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Ajane, we have 3 minutes left in this segment, and we want you to repeat those questions that are available.
Okay. Question 1. What did Melissa Brown want very much? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, what question would you like to answer?
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay. When you dash, you compare prices of the items you wish to purchase. A. Shop around. B. Ask too many questions. Or C. Buy expensive things.
Shop around.
Okay, correct. What is your name?
Tajan David.
Okay, thank you, Tajan. Remember to collect your prize at the Department of Education.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right, Ajane, we have 1.5 minutes.
Okay, question 1. What did Melissa Brown want very much? Question 2. Dash is when we use money to pay for goods and services. Question 5. True or false? A want is something you cannot live without, and a need is something you do not need to survive.
469-1616, 469-1700, with 30 seconds before my friend flies in. And we all know who my friend is, right, Ajane? Oliver. So, listeners, we have about 30 seconds. You have question 1, question 2, and question 5. And one of them is a true and false. So I think we can get that one knocked out quickly. 469-1616, 469-1700. And definitely we learned so much today about spending
Yes,
and
we
wise
did.
spending, and it has caused us to reflect on how much of our spending is wise spending, and how many of the things we can do without. Maybe we can have
Yeah.
gum once a month. And and some people might have to have ice cream maybe once every 3 months.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can work with the ice cream, but not the gum.
Not gum, because has become a need, it seems.
Yes.
All right, so we are going to transition over to our value lesson segment, and today we will be talking about loyalty. Do you know what it means to be loyal? Let's see what our dear friend Oliver has to say.
Hi there, boys and girls. Happy New Year. Nice to see you again for the first time in 2024. Welcome to Oliver's Treehouse, where you will find wisdom to be all that you can be. Our word for this month's program is loyalty. And what does loyalty mean? Well, let's see. Being loyal means that we're committed. And being committed means that we make promises and keep them. We do what we say we'll do for the people we care about. This means that we stand up for the people we care about. We support their decisions and show them love and respect, even when we disagree with them. Now, you got it? Back to your host.
And thank you so much, my dear friend Oliver, for introducing our word for today. Loyalty is the feeling of faithfulness we have toward our family members, friends, our country, or something in which we strongly believe. We keep our word and we do what we say we'll do for the people we care about. We support their decisions and show them love and respect at all times. Ashani, can you tell us about a time you were loyal to someone? And how did you make that person feel? And how did that make you feel?
This would happen like in class. Maybe like you ask me for help and I tell you, okay, give me a minute when I'm finishing my schoolwork, because sometimes I get caught up with other people's things, and I would go back and I'll help them, and when I explain, they'll be like, oh, okay, so it's something the teacher already taught them, but I think because someone else helped them, it would make them feel better. Or when I might promise someone that, okay, I'll send you the notes, but I might take a long time to do it, and when I finally do it, they're like, oh, thank you, and that makes them feel, I don't know, I've never asked them how it makes them feel, but I would think that would make them feel pretty good to know that they have their schoolwork and that they understand it a little better. And for me, knowing that I help someone, it's just a regular feeling, because volunteerism is just something I've always done, so it doesn't make me feel any special way, it just seems normal to me.
All right. Okay. And so thank you so much, Ajani, for sharing the experiences that you did. And it is important that we show our loyalty to our loved ones at all times. And so, Ajani, if you have a friend, if a friend said or did something that you disagreed with, would you still be loyal to them?
Yes, it has been done before. I might just tell them, okay, I don't really think what you did was right, but I would still be their friends.
Awesome. And so we may not always agree with what our friends and family do, but that does not mean that we should stop being loyal. We can talk to them about our reason for disagreeing with them and what they did, and show as much support as possible. By doing this, we are demonstrating loyalty as well. Interesting. But we have come to the end of another ECCB Children's Connection program, and we are so happy that you joined us today, boys and girls. We encourage you to practice good money management by spending wisely. So until we meet again, I'm your host, Zahnela Claxton.
And I am your co-host, Ajani Haj.
Let's talk again soon, Ajani, but until then, be loyal and spend money wisely and stay
connected.